Hello, good day, everyone. I'm very excited to be here this afternoon. Pepper, can you lower that for me? Hello, friends. Good afternoon to you guys. I'm happy to be on live here today. We're going to be discussing an exciting topic. Let me know if you guys can see me or hear me, or once you come on live. Okay. So, for those of you who may be watching me for the first time, my name is Akua. I'm a U.S. immigration attorney. I think my orientation is bad. I'm sorry. I need to. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm upside down. Now, I don't know why I always. Um, okay. I think this should be fine now. You guys can see me better, right? Am I turned upside down? Okay, on Instagram. So I'm live on Instagram. Okay, let me turn it into the portrait orientation and hopefully you guys can see me. Hello, Facebook. Hello, LinkedIn and YouTube. So if you're watching me on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Instagram. I'm having challenges here. Is this okay? Instagram, please let me know if this is fine. Or can you guys see me upside down? Please confirm for me and then we can get started because I don't want you watching me upside down. Give us a couple of seconds. Oh, it's fine? Okay. John Kufor says it's fine. So I'm going to, rely on him. I need some more people to let me know if my orientation on Instagram is fine, and then we can get the party started. Guys, if my orientation is fine and I'm not looking like I'm upside down, give me a thumbs up, please, on Instagram. And so around, please. I'm on a video. So I have a visitor here, so hopefully she's not going to distract us. We're going to be talking about getting your green card through marriage. Getting a green card through marriage. So I'm using a new platform. Oh, it's fine. Okay, Sechi says it's fine. Vanessa is giving us a thumbs up. I don't know why the comments are turned upside down. Okay, well, thank you. Somebody said my outfit is nice. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So guys, we're going to be talking in this live video about how to get your green card through marriage, okay? It's going to be a quick one because I do have a number of other meetings after this. So join us and don't forget to share the link with your friends and families who are in the United States of America. Okay, so I hope everyone is doing great. Now, as you guys know, obtaining your green card through marriage is one of the most, it's very quick as compared to the other methods of actually getting a green card in the United States, employment based or humanitarian based. Those can take quite a while. But getting your green card through marriage, especially if you're married to a U.S. citizen, or if you're married to a green card holder and you're still in lawful status, then you can adjust right here in the U.S. Of course, if your spouse is also based abroad, you can file the consular processing once it gets to that stage. So we will be talking about a commonality regardless of whether your foreign national spouse is based in the US or is based abroad. Okay, so now let me backtrack a little bit. If you are a foreign national, meaning that you're from maybe Nigeria or Ghana, or you're a Ghanaian or you're a Nigerian or Jamaican or whichever country you're from, if you have the nationality of that country, it means you're a foreign national in relation to the United States. Okay, you are not a US citizen, so you are a non-US citizen. If you find a US citizen and then you happen to fall in love with them, and then you get married to them, they can file an application to help you adjust your status. Okay, so you can either do an adjustment of status if you're here in the US. That's the foreign national or the non-citizen is here in the US. They can file an adjustment of status process with their US citizen or green card holder spouse. If the foreign national is based in abroad in another country, then we'll do the first part of the petition here, and then the second part of the petition is the consular processing stage. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about what are the key things to submit in a marriage-based petition in order to have your green card approved for you. It's known as the bona fides of your marriage. In any type of marriage filing, Piper, please, you have to demonstrate that you have bona fides, right? The marriage is a bona fide marriage. It's a genuine marriage. It's not a transactional marriage, or it wasn't entered into just to get a green card. So we're going to be looking at 4 main areas, okay? No matter how non-traditional your marriage is, the adjudicator or whoever is going to be reviewing your documents has to be convinced that you guys are in a genuine marriage, or you're not in a marriage just to get a green card, okay? So the 4 areas you should be ready to demonstrate that the marriage is real. The first one is that you should show evidence that you both live together, evidence that the couple lives together. Of course, if your spouse is based abroad, then you will not be able to demonstrate that you guys live together, okay? But living together is very important, demonstrate, and also demonstrating that you live together. If you do not live together and you are temporarily apart, then you have to be ready to show that the fact that you guys live apart is only for a temporary period of time, or it's caused by something, maybe illness or family situation or education. And then you have to be able to be ready to address the fact that you don't have a joint marital residence, and what the plan is for the future. Like, when are you guys going to come back living together? Because of course and obviously, living together is a fundamental part of marriage, okay? And guys, let me tell you this: they actually, U.S. Immigration or U.S.A is actually conducts home inspection. So when we say a home inspection, they actually will come to your home. They will visit your home at 6 a.m. So if you file an application as a U.S. citizen, you're saying, okay, I'm filing for my wife, give her a green card, we live together. Our address is Appleberry Road on Coconut Street in Virginia. They will come, they could possibly come into your home at 6 a.m. on Appleberry Road to check if both of you are in bed, or even if one person has gone to work, whether there are pictures, romantic pictures on the wall. They'll go to the bedroom to see whose belongings are there. The bathroom, are there, is there a man and a woman's, are there items belonging to both genders or whatever? So they'll do their own home inspection. It's sort of invasive, but it can be part of the process. So make sure that you do not lie if you don't live together. There's nothing wrong with not living together, right? As I said, you just need to be able to address it, and then be able to convince and put up compelling arguments as to why you both don't live together. At the time you're filing. Somebody on Instagram says they do all that. Yes, they do all that. I've had multiple people who have had the home inspections. U.S. immigration officers have knocked 6 a.m. boom, 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 and then they've come in, and then they've gone into the bedroom, they've gone into the bathroom, they've gone into certain places just to check things for themselves. And even in Ghana, they actually also conduct some of these investigations. They will send people from the U.S. Embassy in Accra, or wherever, and then they'll go into your community, talk to your neighbors about certain claims you've made about your life, okay? So be very careful. What I tell people is that, there isn't just one factor usually that will eliminate you from the game. It's normally accumulative, accumulation of facts. So if you have one fact that's not working for you, don't be afraid to address it and then argue as to why your petition or your application should still be considered. Okay, so it's better than lying, because when you lie and then there's an investigation conducted, then you'll be busted, you'll be caught. You don't want to be in that situation, because once you're caught, you are rendered inadmissible, which means that you cannot get a green card or be given a visa permanently, unless and until you file a waiver, if you qualify for that waiver. So it's important not to lie. If you don't live together, make sure you of course, you need to work with an attorney if you have some of these non-traditional factors working against you. I'm here for you. So yes, you can contact us and then we will help you. Okay. The second thing is you have to have evidence of joint finances. You have to have evidence of joint finances. If you say you are a couple, things you guys should be spending, enjoying your cheese together, like who's paying the mortgage, who's paying the daycare bills, who's paying for groceries. There should be credit cards with both names on, the both names of the U.S. citizen spouse or the green card holder spouse and the foreign national spouse on it. Bank accounts joined. And yes, it's true. Not even, in normal life, it could be that a married couple don't have a joint account together. But remember, if you're trying to apply for a green card, you're the one that needs the green card. So you need to be able to demonstrate. Piper, yeah, take it down, please. Thank you. Okay. You need to be able to demonstrate that you guys, you have commingled financial resources. And after you file your application and you get your green card, you are free to separate your financial lives, right? But if you're trying to apply for a green card, then the burden is on you to prove. You need to sustain that burden. The stranger who is going to be reviewing your documents, you have to convince him. It's your job to convince him. So whatever you need to do to convince him, do it. And then once you get your green card, you're free to, not do certain things like have a joint account together, which is fine. Okay, so there should be evidence of joint finances. And then the third thing is evidence of the wedding itself, right? I would say this is not as important as the rest of the factors we're discussing, because as for the wedding, people are able to stage it. So just the day of the wedding, but it's still important, you guys need to know your story very well, how you guys met, for example, at the wedding, who was present, which of your family members were present, and then I've also had a number of very interesting scenarios. After the wedding, sometimes you go for the interview, right? You would normally be required to go for an interview if you're filing a marriage-based green card. You go for the interview and then they ask the couple, after the wedding, what happened? Walk us through the steps. And then they can separate you guys. And then they're quizzing you, okay, after the wedding, tell us what happened. One person says, oh, after the wedding, we actually went to grab dinner at McDonald's or dinner at a Taiwanese restaurant. And the other person said, oh, after the wedding, we went straight to our hotel. That's a big red flag. You guys should know what happened after your wedding. After your wedding, how long did you spend in the hotel? 3 days, a week? Or you traveled by road that same night after your wedding to another state? All this information should add up, okay? Both of you should be singing the same tune. Somebody shouldn't be saying something different and another person saying something different. And then the fourth area is evidence of joint activities. You should be able to demonstrate that you guys are living, you're sharing your life experiences together, and that you have a joint life. So, weekend trips, cooking trips, Thanksgiving dinners, family visits, family vacays or family vacations, just evidence that you have joint activities. Maybe you go to church together, you beaches together, whatever you guys do together. It's important that you have evidence of all that. And yes, sometimes the burden on couples who are filing for green cards through marriage, they're trying to get green cards through marriage, right? The burden is quite heightened, because as a normal couple, there are certain things that you might not ordinarily do, But if you're filing for a green card, or you're applying for a green card through marriage, it's your duty and your responsibility to actually document your relationship. Okay, keep it very documented. Don't say, oh, we lost all our romantic chats. Because you're applying for green card, you have to make an extra effort, be more diligent in your efforts to amass the evidence, because on the day of trouble or on the day of the interview, those are the things that could save you. So don't forget that document. Yes, your marriage may be real, but remember, the stranger who's going to be reviewing and has reviewed hundreds of thousands of applications within the last 6 months doesn't know you, doesn't know that your marriage is real. So it's up to you to convince them. And the standard is by a preponderance of the evidence. By a preponderance of the evidence means that case law has established that if any reasonable objective person sees your document, sees your evidence of your marriage, they should be convinced that it's 50% more than likely that you guys are truly in a genuine marriage, and that it's not a transactional marriage or a business venture where money was paid to the U.S. citizen, maybe $20,000 was paid in exchange for a green card. That's what they're just trying to avoid. That's the job of the U.S. immigration. Okay, so your job will be to convince them that your marriage is not for papers, is not for a green card, or is not for your immigration status. One other thing I want to bring to your attention is that yes, you can actually get married, and one of the reasons for which you're getting married will be because the person is a U.S. citizen, and that could help you, right? But you have other reasons also for getting married. Maybe because you love him, the way he smells, the way he holds you, the way he the way he talks to you, and you love the vibe and the connection and the energy, how electrifying the energy is between the two of you. In addition to that, the guy is not undocumented. Hell yeah, you're saying yes, right? But you're not saying yes only because he's a U.S. citizen. You're saying yes because of other factors. Plus, it's a plus and it's a bonus that he's a U.S. citizen. So that works out for you. That's fine. You're totally entitled to have your reasons for falling in love with somebody, and it could include their immigration status, right? So if you have two men who are wooing you and are dying for your attention, one is undocumented, one is a U.S. citizen, but you are additionally in love, you're in love with both of them, and then you choose the one who's a U.S. citizen because he's a U.S. citizen, that's fine again, right? It should not be so. The legal standard is that you should not have entered into the marriage solely to evade U.S. immigration laws. The law is not that you should not have entered into the marriage also because of your immigration status. So, long story short, you can enter into a marriage, and one of the winning factors of your partner is that he's a U.S. citizen. But make sure that that's not the only thing, where the only thing binding you guys is that you gave him money to file for citizenship for you. That's the only thing. And once you get your citizen or your green card, you separate. That's where the problem is. Okay, so these things we've talked about, the four main areas, are the ways in which you can demonstrate the bona fides of the relationship that you are in. So let's touch on the four of them again. The first thing is evidence that the couple live together. Show that you guys live together. You guys have a marital residence. If you don't be afraid to address it, explain it. Okay, you don't have to lie. There are ways. Look, with the law, I recently saw some of the one dictum of lawyers. Look, if you don't have the facts, argue the law. If you don't have the law, argue the facts. If you have neither, just argue, right? You don't have to lie. There's so many ways to get around so many things with the law. Okay, so we can help you with all those things. So number one, evidence that the couple live together. Number two, you have to show evidence of joint finances. Number three, show that there's evidence regarding the wedding itself. And then number four, demonstrate the evidence of joint activities of the couple. Those are the ways in which you can show that the couple, there's a bona fide marriage that goes beyond papers or a green card. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this live video. I'm going to be hopping off in a minute. I'm actually using a new platform to stream um, this, so I'm not sure how to even read comments on Facebook. I have no idea how okay, yeah, I don't know if anybody has dropped me a comment on Facebook. I cannot see anything at all here. So, well, there are a number of comments on Instagram, but I would have to scroll through. Somebody said they want to learn American English from me. I'm not the best person. You can try YouTube. Somebody said, "Do I need any proof to show I live with my spouse?" Like any male. Yes, Vanessa. So yes, you do need proof to show that you live with your spouse. Okay. Some of the ways in which you can demonstrate that you actually share a home or a marital residence with your spouse would be, joint utility bill. So you can have electricity bills, water bill with both of your names on it, addressed to both of you. Christmas cards, with your mailing address on it, addressed to the both of you. Copies of your mortgage agreement where you've both signed, um, and then yeah, copy of your lease agreement where you're both you're both supposed to be lessees, right, in the marital residence. So there's a variety of ways you can do this. Yeah, utility bills, and then just things that have been addressed to the both of you. They're very helpful. Oh, and another thing, why you shouldn't even lie about the fact that if you don't live together, you have people that will stage that they live together, and then they would sometimes go tell you, go bring your driver's license, and they would sometimes expect that your tissues in your bag. They would sometimes expect that I'm sorry, the driver's license will bear the same addresses, okay, to show that both of you, and they can also run credit history. They can run credit report histories, and they can see from the credit bureaus where both of you live or have lived, and they can reconcile all these things. So don't try to lie. They have access to everything. They have access to everything, and they do conduct investigations. They will come, they will blindside you, come to your neighborhood, and then talk to your neighbors. And the neighbors will tell them the truth, okay? So don't try to hide these things from them. Let me see. Let me just turn this around. David Heavens says, "Hello, my friend is in the U.S. and then an American lady who he is in a relationship with is 45 and he is 35. Is that a red flag?" So guys, yes, I did mention in one of my TikToks recently, and if I don't, well, you guys know I have an ebook. The title is Green Card or Red Flag. Download it, it's for free. I believe it's on my website currently, on my social media pages. So 45 and 35, that's not too bad. But remember, one factor alone is not decisive. It's normally a combination of factors. So they'll look at a variety of things, and then they'll come to the conclusion. They'll come to a conclusion about whether or not they believe you guys or they do not believe you guys. So 45, 35, that's fine. Like, I had somebody who once told me that they went for an interview, and I believe the woman was 75 years old, and her her husband was like a 28-year-old Nigerian boy or something. And then the boy was like, or was it the woman who said, "Oh, that's the love of my life"? And then the officer is like, "Your life is almost over. Like, how's that the love of your life, right?" So these things that might be discriminatory, right? Because somebody could fall in love with somebody that's 50 years older than them, but it's not the norm. So when that usually happens, you have a bigger task of proving to whoever that it's not a lie, or it's not a sham marriage, or or marriage fraud. Okay, guys, I hope you've benefited from this discussion and it's been helpful. So if you need our help, you can call us 802-780-0564, and we will be very excited to talk to you and help you with any type of U.S. immigration law issue that you are having. Okay. If there are no more questions, no more concerns, I will see you guys again. I hope to be coming on live more often these days. I hope so. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and bye bye. Okay. Bye, guys.